It was a bittersweet victory, a moment of triumph shadowed by uncertainty. The email arrived confirming my promotion, new title, new responsibilities, a step up the ladder, yet no mention of a raise. The excitement quickly turned into a mix of confusion and disappointment. I met with the CEO, my excitement tinged with confusion and a hint of frustration. He assured me, "It's coming, focus on proving yourself first, show us what you can do." I wanted to believe him, to trust that my hard work would be recognized and rewarded. I dove into my new role, leading a team of talented individuals with renewed determination. We were tasked with turning around a failing project, a challenge that demanded our best. The pressure was immense, the hours were long and the stakes were high, but we were determined to succeed, driven by a shared goal and mutual support. We celebrated small victories, fueled by coffee, camaraderie, and sheer willpower. My team, my family away from family became my rock, my source of strength. They deserved the world, and a raise I promised them would come. I vowed to fight for them. We just needed to deliver, to prove our worth and earn the recognition we deserved. We did it. We finally did it. Months of tireless work, sleepless nights, and endless brainstorming sessions paid off. We poured our hearts and souls into this project, sacrificing personal time and pushing our limits. The project was a resounding success, exceeding all expectations. We achieved what many thought was impossible, and the sense of accomplishment was overwhelming. My team, exhausted but exhilarated, looked at me expectantly. They had given their all, and now they hoped for recognition. The raise, it was finally time. It was the moment we had all been waiting for. I went back to the CEO, armed with our achievements and the team's unwavering dedication. I was confident that our hard work would be rewarded. He offered a thin smile. "You've done well, but the company's financials..." His words were like a dagger to the heart. His words trailed off, leaving me with a familiar emptiness. The team's morale plummeted. Their disappointment was palpable. It was as if all our efforts had been in vain. I felt like I had failed them. The weight of their expectations and the reality of the situation crushed me. I continued to push for a raise, convinced that our hard work couldn't be ignored forever. I was naive, but I couldn't give up. I had to keep fighting for what we deserved. The CEO started sowing seeds of doubt. He'd pull me aside, praising my leadership while subtly undermining my team's contributions. He'd whisper, "They're lucky to have you," isolating me from the very people who made our success possible. He created an environment of fear and suspicion. He'd pit team members against each other, praising one while criticizing another for the same work. My once cohesive team started to fracture. I tried to shield my team from his manipulations, but the damage was done. The CEO, a master puppeteer, had sown discord and distrust, and I was caught in the middle. Section 4. Toiling away, sacrifices made. Despite the toxic environment, I kept pushing. The pressure was immense, but I couldn't afford to stop. I worked longer hours, took on more responsibility, hoping to prove my worth, to earn that elusive raise for my team. Every task felt like a mountain, but I climbed it anyway. My personal life took a back seat. Weekends blurred into weekdays, my health deteriorated, my family worried. They saw the toll it was taking on me, but I couldn't stop. My friends barely recognized me. The stress had changed me, made me a shadow of my former self. But I had tunnel vision. I had to succeed. Failure was not an option. Not for myself, but for my team, who deserved so much more than what they were getting. They were my motivation, my reason to keep going. I was tethered to my desk, glued to my laptop, existing solely on caffeine and the faint hope that things would get better. They didn't. They got much worse. The sacrifices seemed endless, and the rewards non-existent. Section 5. The Cruel Demotion. The email arrived on a Monday morning. It was brief, cold, and utterly devastating. I was being demoted. My position, the one I had poured my heart and soul into, was being eliminated. The reason? Restructuring. I was numb. All those sleepless nights, all the sacrifices, the constant battles with the CEO had amounted to nothing. I had been played. Worse, I had dragged my team into this mess. Meeting with my team to tell them was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. The disappointment in their eyes mirrored my own. The CEO's betrayal cut deep, leaving an indelible scar. Section 6. The Unsettling Truth. I left the company shortly after, my spirit bruised but not broken. The experience left me disillusioned, a harsh reminder that sometimes the bad guy wins. Hard work and dedication aren't always rewarded. Sometimes the corporate world is a game rigged from the start. But even in the face of such blatant injustice, a flicker of hope remains. The truth is out there. My story, though painful, is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a warning to others, and a reminder to myself that even in the darkest of times, we have the power to rise again.